You know, I've kind of had this feeling of shorb fatigue for a while now, but for some reason, I've never fully lost interest. It's kind of like watching a really slow speed car crash that happens every week. You know the crash itself isn't going to be very interesting. You know there won't be any long-term damage caused. It's just funny to see the driver act surprised that he crashed again. But with our boys' Pure Spectrum LOL suit coming to a close, and us arriving at the Avengers Endgame of the Brendan Schaub story, I find myself not caring. Is it funny if he's innocent? I guess. Is it funnier if he's guilty? I guess. But I don't really care. After 11 good years with our boy Breaded Schwab, I think I've finally had enough. You know, some entertainers fade, others simply outstay their welcome. Our boy Bappa, the double champ, he did both. As my time with Brendan, the chess player Shorb, comes to its end, I find my attention drawn towards someone far worse.
I wish there was a meter of how many times Callen's
Well,
getting
she's
these
so immune to
compliments.
my sexual harassment that she just rolls her eyes. I've been sexually harassing her since I've known you.
Yeah.
This is Bryan Callen. His most used words of 2020 were only and allegedly.
Since
Am
day
I allowed
one.
to tell the story of when you really sexually harassed me?
Yeah.
You mean allegedly really sexually harassed me?
There was this place called Westwood Brewing Company
Right.
in Westwood, and I would go to try to do like 4 minutes in front of 3 like drunk college girls, and then you would try to have sex with those 3 drunk college girls.
Sure would.
So, while setting up a story about Callen's pushy sexual behavior, there's a throwaway detail about how 45-year-old Bryan Callen used to try to seduce drunk college girls every week at some club. It's not illegal, but we are trying to paint a picture.
And one time we like left. It was like a Tuesday at like, it was only like 7:30, and you were like, "Can I get a ride in my car?" And I was like, "Sure." And
Did we just discover the origins of the Trug Walk pickup line? You know our boy Buppa's taking notes right now.
you got in the car, and I literally like turned the wheel like to like look where I was going, and I turned around, and your dick was out.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Were you like, hey man?
No, I think I screamed and then just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love that story. And I'm going to tell everybody out there that I believe her version of the events just, for me, is true.
Maybe because I had PTSD and I'm dyslexic about it. But here's what I did glean is that you do not hear no a lot.
Yeah. Probably
I
not.
do know that.
You can see here she figures out that he's like taking this as a compliment, so she has to reword it real quick.
Yeah.
Or you don't listen to it.
I don't listen to it.
You don't take it seriously.
All right.
Yeah.
So salt.
Hold up, run that back real quick. Oh, hey, pause, rewind, zoom in, up the quality to 1240.
Seriously.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, that's only funny to say if it's not true. It's not funny if it's a fact. Allegedly.
Oh, yeah. I think...
Like I remember being like, "Oh, I'm just gonna have to have sex with him because he's not gonna
Only
take
way
no
to
for an
get him
answer."
out.
I know. It's like
Right.
I'm just gonna do this to get like him to
But
go
you've
away.
done a really, really good job. You are one of the few women. It's probably because you are funny and because, you know, but
Here's where Brian realizes how bad this makes him look and quickly changes the subject. You know, I'm not here to say whether or not, for a matter of fact, Bryan Callen has been involved in any sexual misconduct. As far as I'm concerned, he definitely hasn't. There's no chance. He doesn't seem at all the type of guy to do any of these things he's been accused of. Yes, I'll be honest. This was cut up in a way to make Brian look bad. There's actually a secret Snyder cut to this that depicts a reality where Brian and Whitney did sleep together, but Whitney doesn't want Shorb to know. Okay, let's show that Snyder cut now.
How long have you guys known each other? Whitney and
9. I'm gonna say 9 years.
well over 9 years, darling.
Really?
Yeah. When did
I've
you-
been doing comedy 10 years.
Yeah, but
So
when
that's
you, when,
weird,
but I met
15.
you when you were like, "You're the best, Brian," and you were in my front row. Like,
Never
"I love you
happened. That's so
much,"
weird.
No, because you were like, "You're incredible. How do I become like you?" It's true. You're looking good though.
Thank you.
Um,
How good?
I mean, like when my voice gets kind of growly, and that she just rolls her eyes. I've been sexually harassing her since I've known you.
Yeah. We didn't hook up, but we were, there was this place called Westwood Brewing Company. And I would go to try to do like 4 minutes in front of 3 like drunk college girls. And then one time we like left. It was like a Tuesday at like, it was only like 7:30, and you were like, "Can I get a ride in my car?" And I was like, "Sure." And you got in the car, and I literally like turned the wheel like to like look where I was going, and I turned around, and your dick was out. And then I laughed
I don't
hysterically.
remember that. I do remember that
Definitely
vaguely
happened.
We did kind of.
Yeah,
We did kinda
We
hook
made
up.
out one time, but in like
Yeah.
a laughing way.
Yes.
Like I couldn't like your move.
But I definitely
is,
show. I probably. I mean, here's
I've
how I think
definitely
it went.
seen your piece.
Yeah.
Wait, it's way better. So did you guys make out the first time, kind of hooked up, and then the next time you pulled your dick out? Because that's not
Prob-
as creepy.
It
That's
was
what
the
I
other
think
way
so.
around.
Give it
The
up, babe.
first time,
Yeah.
I think it was the other way. The
I-
first
no, I
time
th-
you pulled your dick out and we didn't make out.
That's aggressive.
And
It's
by the
too
way,
much.
and then I drove you to your car, which was like 2 cars away.
I love that as a story, but I do believe. I think. My guess is, knowing me, that as much of a dirtbag as I am, I think we probably hooked
Were
up
making
for a
out?
second. Yeah, we did a thing.
Yeah.
And then I was
While
like,
I
look
was
at-
driving.
Well, no. When we were, there was one night we kind of got together, and I go, look at my dick. And then probably you were driving the car, and that night you were over it, and I was probably like, maybe I can figure out a way to get a blowjob, which you've never done to me. But I was like,
And then
I
you
do.
shut him down,
I
and then
don't
you guys
think
just were like, "See you tomorrow."
I think
we've
I think
always been friends, so it
well,
wasn't
when you're
like that.
but you're also outgoing and charming, charismatic and funny, and
Good-looking and
yeah,
tall
and you're and you're
and
also
tall.
not like gross. Like you're good looking enough for
yeah.
it to be endearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just love that story, and I'm going to tell everybody out there that I believe her version of the events, just for me, is true.
Maybe because I had PTSD and I'm dyslexic about it.
I ru-
But I do think we just like made out like and laughed about it.
Yeah.
In my apartment, I was like, "Get out of my apartment!" No, seriously.
Yeah. I was.
But I
probably-
did
I
get-
was for sure trying to have sex with you.
But
I'm
here's
sure.
what I did glean is that you do not hear no a lot.
I think.
Like I remember being like, "Oh, I'm just gonna have to have sex with him because he's not gonna
Only
take
way
no
to
for an
get him
answer."
out.
I know.